So right now it's snowing. I got my drone out and we will test the range of the Synco Xtalk XPro to see how it holds up.
Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. So I think about 100 steps from here. This is where it's at. Wave at the drone.
Now the signal strength advertises around 500 meters, given if you have a clear line of sight, which I think is pretty dang far. I don't know if I'll be able to actually test that in a realistic setting, since the sets I personally work on are not as large. So I'll just test maybe around 100 meters or a little bit more than that. It'll be about the size of like a football field or a soccer field. So for the most part, the signal was good. It did dip out at one point.
Pairing fail. Pairing succeed.
But perhaps it was due to signal interference given that there are homes in this area. Also, I don't have a clear line of sight since where I am testing currently is on a hill. So now I'm testing the signal strength with one headset in the building in my office and one headset outside.
Right now I am on the first pathway, walking past the buildings. So this is how far I am right now.
It did drop signal, but I was able to reconnect. I did use boost mode, and that helped strengthen the signal overall.
Alright, so now we're in a different room behind a closed door, and we're about 20 steps away from the office. Now, the idea of this is just because sometimes when you're on production sites, you're in different rooms, but not too far away. Maybe there's some barriers in between.
So for this situation, it does very well. I also tested it from other rooms within the building, including the garage downstairs, and I still had a good signal throughout. Alright, so we're going to do a sound delay test. As you can see, there's a little bit of a delay. Test 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. So Synco advertises that this battery lasts for 24 hours. And that is true. I was able to test this and the battery did last for about 24 hours, which is really nice. Let's talk about the fit of this headset. It's a bit loose. Even if I took my beanie off, it's still not as snug as I would like it to be. The earpiece hangs over my ear a bit more than needed, so there is a gap. The cushioning of the earpiece feels good. The headset overall feels a bit plasticky, not the expensive plastic type, but the cheaper plastic type. Perhaps that's why it's pretty lightweight. Moving the microphone up and down causes the headset to move a bit when wearing it. It takes a bit of effort to steadily move it into place without pulling the headset completely off. The headset does have noise cancellation. I tested it with noisy backgrounds and my voice was distinct and clear for the most part.
I am currently talking right now. There's loud music playing, so this might be seen as if I'm filming inside an event place with loud music.
And it works pretty well in my opinion. There's a port where you can monitor live audio, which is pretty convenient. The headset also has a boost mode, which helps strengthen the signal when communicating. I suggest maybe utilizing this in busy and/or large environments. Also, if you have any interference or obstructions in the area. Lastly, the headset has a team functionality, taking up to 13 headsets in total, and within this team functionality, you could layer the headsets accordingly. So who is this for? I think this would be good for a small team on a medium-sized set or space where you ideally have a clear line of sight of your team members. If you don't have a clear line of sight, that's okay. Just be sure that there are not too many obstructions or interferences in the area, or at least turn on boost mode to ensure that you have a strong signal throughout. So this could be used for weddings, sporting events, possibly commercial construction sites, and so forth. If you are in the market for wireless communication film headsets, and if you are on a budget, given that these headsets are one of the cheaper options on the market, then you can consider the Synco Xtalk XPro. I've also linked that in the description below for you to check out. I would maybe get the set that has 5 headsets, but no more. I think if you work on a larger team, then it will be worth to try higher end brands. Given the main downside of these headsets be the sound delay, test 1, 2, 3, and sometimes connectivity.
Pairing fail. Pairing succeed.
My current film projects are not that time sensitive and communication heavy, so having these are just a nice add-on to make things run a little bit smoother. Therefore, I would like to continue to test these in different scenarios and will update my findings in the comment section below.